This man's master was also his lover, and she was publicly stripped of her clothes and shot in front of everyone. Jack, who had been imprisoned for 10 years, immediately began slaughtering humans upon his release. He even killed in outer space. A long time ago, God created humans and witches. God granted his power to the witches, instructing them to protect humans, and the witches obeyed, even sacrificing their lives. However, as technology advanced, humans, in their quest to become the most powerful beings on Earth, wanted the witches to fear them. So, the king made a decision. He would kill all the witches. Jack was a human, but his master was an ice witch. In order to live in peace, they decided to escape to a place where no one knew them. Along the way, they were discovered by the International Guard, but fortunately, Mary could control ice magic. Ordinary witches were no match for her. She killed the guard in just 2 seconds. However, Jack and Mary didn't know that their location had been exposed. The next moment, both of them were lifted into the air. This was the time-space teleportation technique, which used satellites to teleport them to a designated location. At that moment, Jack was comforting Mary, but he had no idea what they were about to face. Next, Jack and Mary were teleported to the Empire's central square. The king looked at them, and Jack finally realized what was happening. He told Mary to run, but Jack was too weak. He was immediately pinned to the ground by soldiers. Mary, seeing this, became furious. She activated her magic, her ultimate move. Mary, who was kind-hearted and didn't want to kill anyone, still acted to protect her beloved disciple. However, she didn't expect her magic to disappear instantly. It turned out the king had prepared for this. They had invented a technology that could nullify magic. The king then began to humiliate Mary in front of Jack, tearing her clothes off and knocking her to the ground. Without her magic, Mary became vulnerable and was subjected to further humiliation. People even recorded the entire scene on their phones. This was human nature. Jack could no longer bear to watch and vowed to kill them all, but he was powerless. The king could have him killed with a single command. Just as Jack was about to be killed, Mary knelt and begged the king to spare him. She kept pleading, saying that Jack was a human and that she had kidnapped him to be her slave. Mary begged the king to spare Jack and said she would do anything. The king took out a gun and pointed it at Mary's head.